Yo, 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 what is good, my guy in the house? What is up?
Yeah. What's up, man? Back in the building.
Man,
You
man,
ready to talk some football? Go
tomorrow,
ahead.
I got to make an announcement. Tomorrow is the day. Mr. B. Hill Jr., aka Bradley Glenn Hill, will be welcomed into this world. My wife is going to be getting induced tomorrow at 6:30 a.m.
Oh wow.
So I'm pretty stoked about it, my guy. That's kind of where my mind and my head and my focus is. But I had to hop on here tonight and talk some ball with you before all that went down. So let's hop into this thing, bro.
Let's do it. Corey Hilliard, Brandon Hill, House Divided. If you've been here before, you know what it is. First time, me, Casa, Sue Casa, B Hill, talk to him. Let's talk some football.
Guys, it's real easy. We ask you every time. If you've watched our show, you already know. Hit that subscribe button, tap the notification bell, hit that thumbs up button if you guys like what you're seeing and you like what you're hearing. Always drop down there, talk to us in the comments. We always love to hear from you guys. Last but not least, though, like we've been asking, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, share this, share our content so that it can get out there so more people can view it and we can get these subscribers up. We're at 102 subscribers right now, guys. We looking to get that thing up to 200 and we moving our way on up to 1,000. So we getting there slowly but surely, but this thing is going to be taking off here before too long. So without further ado, Court, you want to start with some NFL or you want to start with college?
Let's
Which one
start
you want to start with?
NFL. We could breeze through the NFL real quick and then spend a little bit more time on college.
Got it. Got it.
So I'm gonna go back
Week 10.
week 10.
We got to edit this. Hang on. I got this.
Are you adding the did I put
It's
week
week
11?
10. Yeah,
Ah,
and I think it's week 11 in college.
I
It
messed
was
it
the
up.
week. I got it.
My bad.
It's an easy fix. It's already done.
Nice, nice, nice.
We're good to go. Good to go.
We'll go through
So
we can go game by game and just give a little synopsis. I mean, unless you just want
yeah,
to highlight a couple
I,
here
I
and there.
I mean the Panthers and the Bears. It is what it is. The Bears got the dub. The Bears have actually been winning some games here as of late. Um, there's nothing really to talk about much more in that game. The Colts, Jonathan Taylor. They hold off the Patriots. That was a close, tight knit game. I mean, they're not really much to both.
This one,
That one right there shocked the living hell out of me. CJ
not me.
Stroud. CJ Stroud. Dare I say it? Is he in the MVP conversation, Corey?
He is. He
That's not.
is.
That's not a crazy take. You know what I
No,
mean?
it's not.
That's not. Now, if you'd have told me that at the beginning of the year, I'd have been like, "You're high as hell. Ain't no way he about to go into the Texans and do his thing." He's up there in the leaders in a lot of categories for quarterbacks, my guy.
Yeah, I mean, look at that.
Like,
Second in the league
like
in pass yards. I mean, you can go to touchdowns. If you start talking about touchdowns and stuff like that, he's
he's a gym.
absolutely ridiculous right now. I
They
think I want
found
to
him a
say,
gym. They found a
yeah,
gym.
they really have, man. And it's what's funny about that is I don't know if you heard this report, but it came out that most of the coaches in the building for Carolina wanted CJ Stroud, right? That was the guy that they were targeting. And the Tepper, the owner of the Panthers, made them select Bryce Young.
Which I don't think. I mean, there's still time will tell on that, Corey. I don't think that was a terrible pick picking Bryce Young. And on draft day, let's be honest. One had the Heisman, did things like that, went to the college football playoff, handled his business, everything else. The other one didn't have all those accolades. So at the end of the day, I think that played a role in it, Corey. But Bryce Young's a hell of a talent as well, but he's not better than CJ Stroud as of right now.
Yeah.
But the Texans are a much better situation than the Carolina Panthers right now as far as like an overall team.
Yes.
In my opinion, they had a solid defense last year. You know what I'm saying? They had one of those last year. This year, it's been no different. They've held down their own. But to beat the Bengals, and the Bengals have been on a roll as of late, too. So to do that was absolutely phenomenal. You got to tip your cap to CJ Stroud. Let's see if he can keep continuing to do this, though. Because you, as well as everybody else, knows when it comes to the NFL, Corey, what do? They watch film. They start breaking things down. There's more and more film the more and more that he keeps playing. So we'll see if defenses can adjust. But it's been a great story. Great story.
No doubt. No doubt.
You want to talk about another? You want to talk about a great? talk about a great story, man.
Oh my gosh,
man. Yeah, hell of a game.
You got bragging rights. Go ahead, talk about your Vikings, man. You guys on a 5-game win streak. Started off 1-4. It was not looking promising at all. You were even talking about tanking at 1-4.
Chalked it up. You see what I'm wearing tonight, right? This isn't this isn't a coincidence or nothing. You know what I mean? It's nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
No, man.
You see what I'm wearing, so I had to eat it.
I eat it, man. But here's the thing: it was a good game. To me, I think the Saints are better off with Jameis Winston than they are David Carr.
A lot of people are saying that down in New Orleans.
Or Derek Carr.
Derek Carr, yeah. A lot of people are saying that, man. A lot of people are saying that. So we'll see how it plays out. But for you guys, man, Joshua Dobbs. Woo. What in the world? You lose Kirk Cousins, who was actually playing out of his mind and playing really good
He was balling. Kirk Cousins was absolutely balling.
You know what I respect about what you guys are doing too? The trade deadline came up. You didn't sit on your hands and just say this season is a wash. You were aggressive. You went and got Joshua Dobbs, right, who was a starter because
he was for the Cardinals.
For the Cardinals because Murray had been out. So you guys were aggressive. I think it was the trade of the year, honestly.
As of right now, yes. Yes, that was for Kwesi to go out and do that, the GM of the Vikings, to go out there and they got him for like pennies on the dime, my God. I think they traded like a late draft pick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was like just something ridiculous. Now, this kind of puts him in a predicament here, though. Let's just play a scenario out here real quick, Corey.
Okay.
If Josh Dobbs, if he continues to keep doing what they've been doing, which I will say this, in the second half, Kevin O'Connell, the Vikings head coach, let off the gas. They were playing not to lose the game as opposed to keep playing. It was 24-3 at halftime in this football game, Corey.
Yeah, I know.
And they let the Saints kind of score a couple touchdowns, get a couple 2-point conversions, and kind of get back into the game and get their feel. At the end of the day, they handled their business and did what they needed to do. But to me, if they would have allowed Josh Dobbs to throw the ball, which they did not, I mean, look at T.J. Hawkinson. Look at Jordan Addison. And here's the thing, Corey. Guess who's going to be back this week or next?
Oh, Jay Jettis.
That man.
That guy.
Man, that guy. So he's going to be back in the mix. You put him in the mix. And our defense is top 15, Corey. It's been a major upgrade on the defensive side of the ball.
Yep.
I mean, I'm very cautiously optimistic, Corey, because as a Vikings fan, for as many years as I've been now, I've known not to kind of temper my expectations and not to get too high when the highs are high, because the lows, they can be really, really low. So I'm trying to just stay even keeled right now. But they were 1-4. They're 6-4 right now. I'm taking a 5-game winning streak. And Joshua Dobbs, man, I love it. He's doing things that Kirk Cousins could not do.
Oh yeah, the movement in the pocket.
Kirk Cousins, as much as he was balling, was a damn lame duck back there if the offensive line didn't block up on the play. Just call it what it is. Joshua Dobbs is not that. The dude's a rocket scientist. I mean,
yeah,
he knows plays. He knows the playbook. So,
and he's seasoned. He's a 7-year vet. I mean, he's not much is going to rattle him at this point.
I remember Mr. Joshua Dobbs back in his Tennessee days whenever my Sooners went up there to
Rocky Top.
Tennessee, Rocky Top, when we gave him that L. I remember old Joshua Dobbs, man.
Yeah.
Very, very well. But, all right, let's move on. There really wasn't much more. To me, though, this next game, Corey, the 23-19, have the Steelers not been the most surprising team this
Yeah,
season? I mean, dude, does Mike Tomlin have losing seasons? I don't think that he does. I think he's allergic to that. I really do.
the way they're winning too. It's not like they're killing people. I mean, they're getting by the skin of their teeth every damn week. It's just a team that finds a way to win. Man, they play good defense. I think the schedule's helped them out a little bit. I don't think they've had the toughest schedule, but I mean, look at it: 4-2 at home. They're 6-3. It was one of the worst offenses in the league, but they just find a way to get the job done. And I
You see
always like
this?
see.
You see
No,
this?
go ahead.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. You see this comment that Steven just said? I have to comment back to this, Steven. I disagree with that wholeheartedly right now. Just because, for the simple fact of, yes, Kyler Murray is a very talented quarterback, but Kyler Murray is about $50 million plus on your books. We got other guys we got to say. We cannot be affording no Kyler Murray right now. And no. So we did not trade for the wrong quarterback. I had to say that. Continue, Corey. I apologize for interrupting you, sir.
No, it's good. I was just gonna say it's always good to see the Packers lose too. So,
I love it.
yeah,
I love that they suck. I love it.
yeah.
I
Isn't
just
it
love it.
beautiful? Isn't it a
I love
beautiful
it.
thing?
I love it. Now all I need is for your Lions to slip up one game before we play y'all the last couple weeks, because I think we play y'all like 2 out of the last 3 games of the season.
Yeah.
So it's going to be very, very interesting coming down the stretch in the NFC North, Corey. I'm gonna throw that out. It's a lot more interesting than you thought it was going to be, and
No, I thought we were running away with it when y'all were 1-4. I thought the division was on lock.
We're game and a half
That's not the case.
We're a game and a half out, my guy.
Here's another one. The Buccaneers. Look, they're staying in the NFC South race. A big win for Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers. They're a half game out in the NFC South, behind my Saints. So they got a much needed win to kind of get them back on track after losing to the Texans. So,
Baker's been doing his little thing, man. They had the Bucs as a team that they thought was only going to win like 2 to 3 games this year. To be where they're at right now, like you just alluded to, that's division leading right there, or a half game out behind the Saints, who are at 5-5, who haven't had their bye yet. So there's a lot of things that can shake out. And shout out to my boy Baker Mayfield. I'm happy to see it for him. I hope they make the playoffs. I really do.
Yeah, you would think if they make the playoffs, that Baker's going to be around there for a little bit longer.
You got to keep him, because you're not who else you gonna go get?
Nah, yeah. That's nice.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. 49ers got back in the win column, 34-3, dominated the Jaguars. This one kind of surprised me, man, because the Jaguars are on a roll. They're playing some really, really good football. They're starting to kind of get some buzz for a potential Super Bowl team in the AFC. And the 49ers got Debo back. They got Trent Williams back, and they got their swagger back. I mean, they went down there to Jacksonville and just blew the doors off the Jags, man. What do you think?
Man, it's just simply the 49ers, when they're whole, they're healthy, they're one of the best teams in the NFL. There's no doubt about that in my mind. Their talent, or their way that they play, their play style, that doesn't bode well for a Jaguars team, because they're too physical for them. To me, the Jaguars aren't as physical of a football team as what the 49ers are. Not a lot of teams are. I think the only team that can say they're more physical than the 49ers are the Philadelphia Eagles.
Eagles, yeah.
That's the only team that can say that. So to me, that wasn't much of a surprise. I would have picked that game, to be honest with you. I would have said that the 49ers are going to win by 2+. So they did.
Okay. This one surprised me too, man. There's a lot that happened in this game. If you didn't hear the reports, Deshaun Watson out for the rest of the season. Pretty much played most of that game with a hurt shoulder that's going to keep him out for the rest of the year. But it didn't look like it affected him in the second half. He went off. He was 14 for 14 in the second half passing. The Ravens at one point were up 17-3, and I believe 31-17 in this ball game. And the Browns, man, that defense That defense is unbelievable, bro. What's his name? Garrett. The DN.
Myles Garrett.
Myles Garrett. Oh my gosh, bro.
Yeah, he's a dude.
They got the number one defense in the NFL. It showed in the second half. They put the clamps down on the Ravens, scored a defensive touchdown in the process of doing it and making that comeback happen. And the Browns are now going to turn to DTR as their starting quarterback. So let me ask you this. What do you think the Browns go from here? 6-3, right? The playoffs started today. They'd be the 6th seed. They just lost their starting quarterback. Do you think this defense can carry them to the playoffs?
They're tied for first in their division too, if I'm not mistaken, with Pittsburgh. With that game against the Ravens, that kind of put them in that, because the Ravens were in first place in that division, if I'm not mistaken, before that game.
Yeah,
6-3, they're tied up.
Yeah,
they're tied up. So losing to Deshaun Watson, that hurts, especially whenever he rallied them down in the fourth to a 33-31 win. You said he's out for the season, that guy?
Out for the season.
Ow. What did he do? Did he, rotator?
It's that same shoulder that's been giving them problems.
That sucks.
It does suck. It sucks for the Browns. Because look, that second half of football was arguably the best football he's played in the last couple of years.
Yeah, absolutely. Looked like he was kind of getting back to his old form. Because hey man, everything aside, I don't agree with what he did or what happened. That is what it is. But man, the NFL is a better place when Deshaun Watson's playing good at quarterback. I mean, before all that stuff happened, he was the top 4, top 5 quarterback. And I don't think many people would argue with you on that.
No, I wouldn't.
So he was a very talented, gifted quarterback and very fun to watch. I kind of hope that happens. This next game, Kyler Murray returned for the Cardinals. He led the game-winning drive. The Falcons have dropped 2 straight now. It's kind of tough for the Falcons. I know you're happy as a Saints fan. That worked. Yeah. You needed that loss by the Cardinals.
I did.
Yeah.
Kyler Murray, first game back, so he looked pretty decent, man. Came back and won the game for him in that second half. He looked pretty good.
Yeah. Happy for him too, man. I hope Kyler does well. No ill will. Whenever I said earlier that we didn't get the wrong quarterback, I wasn't throwing no shade at Kyler Murray. I'm just simply contractual speaking. I mean, it just don't make no sense.
Doesn't make a lot of sense, yeah.
So, oh man, my guy Steven said he's an Arizona Cardinals fan. That's tough. Sheesh.
Sorry, Steve.
That's a tough one.
That is a tough one.
All right, the Lions.
Yeah.
You guys just keep stacking them, bro. You guys just keep on stacking them up.
Yep.
You keep playing. I can't remember the last time the Lions were this good. No disrespect to any of your teams or anything, Corey, but even with the Calvin Johnson and the Matt Stafford era, I haven't seen the Lions look this good this late in the season for a while. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, my last year with the Lions in 2014, we started 7-2. So I mean,
okay.
There's been some years when I was with Detroit. I mean, we made the playoffs 3 times in 6 years.
Okay.
But to me, this team, even with Calvin Johnson and Matt Stafford, this team is more of a complete team. We couldn't run the ball like this team can run the ball, man. Jameer Gibbs, he's coming on. David Montgomery had a 75-yard touchdown run. I mean, if that duo is able to run the ball like that behind that O-line is one of the top 3 O-lines in game of football right now. And then Jared Goff just putting dimes out there to the tight ends. You got Amon-Ra St. Brown. I mean, everybody balled out. The whole team balled out. Defensively, look, we're going against one of the better quarterbacks in the league in their plays.
He's going to get his.
He's going to get his. Yeah, I just thought it was a good road win, man. We went on the road on the West Coast for an East Coast team. You know what I mean? Detroit is in the Eastern time zone, so to go all the way out west and play a noon game, I think it was a good win, man. So 7-2, got to be happy with that as a Lions fan.
No
matter which way you slice it.
You'll take it. Energy is real over there in Detroit right now too, man. Because they damn sure ain't had nothing to cheer for in God knows how long over there.
Yep.
I mean, granted, they got the Wolverines, but for Michigan for college, but as far as pro sports, they ain't had nothing.
Nope.
All right.
All right. I don't even want to talk
it.
about this one. Yeah.
I'm about to say skip on down on that one. I don't even care.
Nobody
it's really,
cares.
Anybody and everybody will beat the shit out of the Giants right now. It don't even matter. Don't even matter.
Seahawks.
Right. They're a solid team, man. They're
interesting.
They're a first round exit.
I think so too. Yeah.
They're a cute story. It's nice. I love what Gino's been doing, but man, they ain't doing nothing, bro.
Nah. And this last one, another uninteresting game, if you ask me. The Raiders just fired their coach, but I like what Pierce is doing now. They won 2 in a row.
The Raiders, so they're going to be 5-5, my guy. I mean,
yeah, they're going to be in the conversation for a wild card spot.
Absolutely.
Now, will they actually get it? I don't know. We'll see. Aiden O'Connell, I think, as he comes along, they'll get better. But we'll check on the Raiders every week and see how it's going.
That game right there.
Man, did you see the ending of this, bro?
The Bills are falling apart, my guy.
They're unraveling. They get rid of Ken Dorsey right in front of our eyes.
You got Diggs that's not happy. I'm so glad we don't have that issue in Minnesota no more. He's a very talented receiver, but he's a diva. I mean, big time. Dude, that thing's about to blow up in their face, bro.
It really is, man. It really is.
And I wouldn't have guessed that. To be honest with you, though, I mean, I just need Josh Allen to start putting up some points in fantasy. That's it. Other than that, I'm not really worried about the Bills, to be completely honest.
So, they would have won this game had they not had 12 guys on the field for that field goal, because Will Lutz, Iron Nuts Lutz, as I used to call him when he was with the Saints, and missed a field goal. And the Bills had 12 guys on the field. I don't know how you do that.
Because somebody didn't do their job. That's what it came down to. Somebody did not do their job. All right, Corey, let's get into this college football, man. I know you don't want to talk about it. I know you don't. I know you got a lot to get off your chest this week, my guy.
Man, I'm not gonna.
Like I did last week, Corey, I'm gonna give you the floor, my friend. You go right ahead. I'd love to hear your synopsis on this one. I'm ready, fully ready for this one.
Oh gosh, where do we start? Here it is.
There it is. Oh boy.
Oh God!
How do you explain this one, my guy? I can't wait. I'm ready for this. Steven is as well, I'm sure. Steven's ready to hear this. Go ahead.
Man, there's nothing to say, bro. We just got our teeth kicked in. It's disappointing. Obviously, a team that can't handle success. We started to smell our own shit. Right, we started to drink the Kool-Aid, the rat poison, all of it, man. And it's a wake-up call for the whole program to let you know that you're not as good as you think you are, right? And it was just to have the 5-game win streak, to beat Oklahoma, to beat Kansas, to beat Kansas State, to do everything, all of those good moments, a beautiful 5-week stretch.
You guys had it set up.
We had it set up. Yeah, we had a clear path to the Big 12 title game, and it all went to shit in about.
Which you still in fairness, you still do. You win your last 2 games of the season, you guys are in.
I know, yeah, but this right here, this 45-3, we weren't even competitive. We didn't show up. You know what I mean? We definitely didn't show up to a team that now they're a different team with Plumlee, so the record is a little bit misleading. But come on, man.
Good. They ain't that
They're not
good.
That good. They shouldn't have been that good, man.
They ain't that good.
So I look at the comment. Go ahead.
This pisses me off too. As an OU fan, it really does piss me off as well, because we go and we hand you sons of bitches the game. And then the next week you go and you just trick this shit off, man. Yeah. We tried to help little brother out with the win in y'all's Super Bowl, my God. It's the last time y'all gonna get to play it. We beat y'all like 90 sometimes, y'all's little 20. Like, bro, And then y'all go out and do this? This is what y'all do?
Yeah.
Corey, I'm sorry, bro. I can't sit on that one, bro.
I didn't do shit.
No,
I didn't do
that's
nothing.
fair. No, that's fair. But this is your alma mater. This is your university.
Yeah. Okay.
You are a poke at heart. You bleed orange, my guy. So don't give me that shit.
I know it's here. I get it. I understand. What you're saying. But the good thing about what we've done before that happened is we did beat number 16 Kansas. We did beat number 17 Oklahoma. We beat Kansas State, who was, I don't know if they're ranked. We'll go over the rankings here in a little bit. I didn't watch the ranking show last night. But we
25.
Yeah, so there you go. We out of all of the ranked Big 12 teams, we beat 3 out of the 4. That's ranked out of the Big 12 in the college football playoffs. So that helps, you know what I mean? But this we took the week off. I don't know what else to say, man.
And that's what I was just getting ready to say. You cannot have those kind of weeks, though, if you want to get to that different level. If you want to get to that next level, you want to win the conference, you want to do things like that, go to a New Year's Six Bowl. Because let's just face it, Corey, going into this season, you didn't anticipate this.
I didn't anticipate this at the South Alabama. There was no expectations after that game.
You didn't even know if your damn team was going to make a bowl game, let alone win another game. You know what I mean? So as far as that goes, but man, it to me, because like I said before, man, I don't hate Oklahoma State. I hate Texas with a burning passion. But Oklahoma State, man, I don't hate you guys, and that to me, it was like, what the hell, man? It was
disappointing. It was disappointing for everybody. You know,
you turn the page and you move on to the next week. And I mean, who y'all got? We
had Houston and then BYU at home. But I'll close my little soliloquy with this. I'm just saying, like, if now everybody in that building, like, this ass whooping should have put you back on earth real quick. You know what I mean? And Gundy said it in the press conference, like, now we can get back to work. I think we enjoyed the Bedlam win too much.
See, I hate that. I hate that.
And it's not an excuse, though, because honestly, it shouldn't be an excuse. We just got our ass whooped, man.
Yeah, me, I don't want to hear that from my head coach after the football game. That's not what I want to. What do you mean, get back to work? What the hell was you doing the week before UCF? You wasn't working?
Yeah, it's two different types of work, though, B. When you're on the football team and you get a big win.
I get it, but
because you think you're doing the right things. You're on a 5-game win streak. You just beat you had your Super Bowl. You beat Big Brother, right? And you think you're doing all the little things, and then now it's different, man.
But you get where I'm coming from, Corey. You can't have that. Good teams don't do that. They don't. But it's called
no, and that's why I'm saying we're not that good of a team. We're not.
Fair enough.
We're not. We've beaten good teams. We showed that we can be a good team, but we're not good enough to, you know what I mean, do this. No, we're not that good.
I'm with it.
So let's talk about your Sooners.
Oh, I mean, hey, man, here's the thing. They piss me off too. You want me to be real with you? Keep it 100, man. Because 1 week we look like we can't throw the ball. We can't do nothing. We get beat by Oklahoma State, who just gets dusted by 45-3 against UCF, right? Yeah. So you're looking at, to me, and you can call me a hater, whatever. West Virginia and Oklahoma State, on paper, are very similar football teams. Yes or no?
I mean, we beat them by 14 in their building, but yeah.
But I mean, I'm talking about just as far as like their talent level.
Oh yeah.
Team. Like
they're probably more talented than we are, to be honest.
Okay. So for us to pull up, now granted, we were in Norman, we weren't in Stillwater. That definitely plays a factor. But I've never been one of those that does that, because to me, no matter where you're playing, it's a 100-yard football field and it's 50 yards across. No matter where you play, that ain't no different. No matter where you play. So for us to come out and Dylan Gabriel to drop 8 touchdowns and look like he should have won the Heisman Trophy already, the inconsistency of my Sooners is what pisses me off, man. Because you come out, you beat Texas, you have a great football game against Texas. The next 2 weeks, we should have gotten beat by UCF if we're keeping it real. And then Kansas and Oklahoma State, we laid complete eggs. And the thing is like even laying those eggs, we still had opportunities to win both of those games. So I don't know. If this team played little brother, we would beat them.
Yeah.
Is he talking about? Well, yeah.
Yeah, he's saying the team that showed up.
It was not this team. That was the Oklahoma Sooners that you would sign up for, that you would put your money on. That is that team that looks like they can beat anybody. They beat Texas. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Hey, we're going to see.
After we go through these scores, we'll break it down. We shouldn't be too much longer, but yeah, we'll break it down. I don't know. How much have you heard about this before?
It's an absolute. I don't know exactly.
It's a shit show, right? It's an absolute shit show.
They're trying to screw Oklahoma for getting to the Big 12 title. They don't want Texas and Oklahoma in the Big 12 title game. Let's just cut it how it is. like at all. That's not what they want. They don't want that. And to me, as an Oklahoma fan, I would love nothing more than to see that. Right. I would love for Bob Bowlesby to have to go out there and to hand the trophy to us or Texas. I'd love it. Love it.
He's not the commissioner anymore, but
Bowlesby? What's the dude's name?
It's a new guy.
Whatever the dude's name is, I don't even care no more because really we're not really going to be in this conference after this season. So it's been real. It's been real.
Look, this one should have been surprising. Texas 29, TCU 26.
They lost their running back for the season. That was a massive blow to Texas. Yeah. Upset alert for Texas this weekend. Just saying.
Iowa State's already talking some shit too.
I love it.
They're saying that they think they're going to come into Ames at night on senior night, and they don't know what's going to hit them.
Them boys is going to be ready.
Yeah, they're going to be fired up.
They're about to be ready.
I think if they beat Texas, it's going to be like a 5-way tie. That depends on everybody else holds serve, like all the other ranked teams.
They beat Texas. That puts us in the title game. We need Texas or y'all to lose. That's really what we need, and we in that thing. That's the easiest way. You can change all the rules, do whatever the hell you want. If one of those two teams loses in the last 2 weeks and OU wins out, OU will be in the Big 12 title game, point blank, period.
Yep.
That's just how it's going to be. That Ole Miss and Georgia game kind of surprised me that it was as lopsided as it was. That just goes to show you, though, when that man Brock Bowers is back with Georgia, how good they are, man.
Ain't nobody beating Georgia. I mean,
they're just not. You're not.
Yeah, you're not gonna do it. I'm sorry. Ole Miss lost a couple of old linemen in that game because I was kind of watching some of it. After they lost those 2 old linemen, I mean, shit went downhill for there.
It did.
Michigan, Penn State. I was really pulling for Penn State in this one.
They
had their chances, but they don't
have no damn offense, man.
No, Penn man, it's State, terrible.
That quarterback, he sucks. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna call it what it is. They had a nice little story about him on that college game day before the Ohio State Penn State game, man. And I appreciate all that, man, but he's garbage, dude. I'm just gonna call it what it is.
All right, here's what I'm gonna do. Is there any other scores you want to look at? I'm about to pull up the Big 12.
USC sucks. Just going to point that out again.
You guys will not let that go, man.
I love it. No, I just love it. I love it. It's just he couldn't get talent to Oklahoma, so he had to go to Southern California, man. How's that worked out for him? It's great. It's great.
All right, I'm pulling up the new rules, Steven, so we're going to talk about this.
It's a joke. And it's even more of a joke that they change it 2 weeks before the season ends. How ironic. Like, can you do that?
Yeah. You can do whatever you want. Apparently.
Ain't that something? Oh my God! Like,
I mean, I don't know if I condone it, but I mean, apparently, as a conference commissioner, you can just do about just about whatever the hell you think is,
it's messed up.
it's in the best interest of the league.
It's messed
All right,
up,
so here we go.
Where is it at? It ain't popping.
The Big 12. Let's zoom in on this.
I ain't seeing nothing. I don't see nothing.
Oh, hold on. I didn't share it. Hold on. You're not seeing nothing. Hold on. You see it now?
No. Yes.
Okay. Okay. As expected, the Big 12 exercised common sense on Wednesday to help clarify its postseason tiebreaker procedures. Actually, a league amended its rules, established in August for its new 14-team configuration, and added wording to figure out who would emerge from a complicated three-way tiebreaker. Every Big 12 team still has 2 conference games to play, so there are countless possible permutations to settle the leaguer standings. But in this case, the projected teams are Oklahoma, Oklahoma State, and Kansas State. OSU beat both OU and K-State, while the Sooners and Wildcats did not play this season. Well, let me stop right there. If this winds up being a 3-way tie for second place between Oklahoma State, Oklahoma, and Kansas State,
it's OSU.
And OSU beat both Oklahoma and Kansas State, then there shouldn't be anything to talk about then, right?
There's not there.
Okay.
It's the fact of, look at this.
Let me read
if
this.
It's OU and Kansas State, they about to put K-State in that thing, man.
That's to me, if that was the case, say it came down to U and K-State, it should be whoever's the highest ranked team.
And that's going to be CFP. Us. That's going to be us.
Regarding step 1 of multiple ties in conference tiebreaker procedure, in the event of a multiple team tie, head-to-head wins takes precedence. If all the tie teams are not common opponents, the tie team that defeated each of the other tie teams earns the championship berth. There have been no changes to any rules regarding Big 12 football tiebreakers, which were agreed to upon the blah, 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 blah. So what do
they're basically just like talking about like head-to-heads are going to matter. So like we played which I think in that case, like Oklahoma played Texas, Kansas State played Texas. K-State lost to Texas, Oklahoma beat Texas. That would be the only common opponent. That and Oklahoma State.
So what was it before? Why wouldn't that common sense would have said that had to have been there before, right? Is Steven still watching? Can he?
Yeah, he's still watching. Keep scrolling down though, because this is like a step 1 of multiple teams. It added head-to-head matters. Yeah, head-to-head didn't used to matter. He's right. He's right. Yep, he's right.
The head-to-head matters.
That didn't matter before. The head-to-heads didn't matter.
Why wouldn't that matter though? Why wouldn't they put that in there?
The head-to-heads versus common opponents.
Okay.
And Oklahoma and Kansas State didn't play. So that's going to take – it's about head-to-head to if a 3-way tie. It had no head-to-head if a 3-way tie. I don't – bro.
Well, that's the dumbest thing I ever heard. Why would you not have that in the beginning?
This is your conference, my guy. This is your conference.
Time out. You're still in it.
This is – no.
I can see why y'all are leaving.
It's a joke. It's a joke.
In the event of a tie between more than 2 teams, the following procedures will be used. After one team has an advantage and it is seeded, all remaining teams in the multiple tiebreaker will repeat multiple team tiebreaker procedure. If anyone wants to head-to-head, okay, that's the number 1. Then record against the next highest placed common opponent in the standings. Win percentage against all common conference opponents must be among all teams in the tie. Combined win percentage in conference games of conference opponents. Okay. So basically what a lot of people are up in arms about is that the language didn't have head-to-head in it. Right?
We didn't play Kansas State though. So for them to do a head-to-head and all that, but in my opinion, if it's a 3-way tie, Oklahoma State's in. That's not in question. It's a fact of if Oklahoma State loses, OU and K-State both went out, and they're both tied at the top.
Then it goes to the second. Then it goes to record against the next highest placed common opponent in the standing, based on the record and all games played within the conference. So now you got to go to the conference. Not the next highest placed common opponent, right? Your record against that team. So whoever's third, whoever beat that team, it's just a lot of minutia and a lot of. We're not gonna know anything until after the last game's played.
Yeah, absolutely. Win your damn games and call it good. And you ain't gotta worry about all that. There ain't no multiple scenarios or anything. If OU wins out, Oklahoma State loses, OU should be in. It shouldn't be a damn scenario.
You just have to win your game.
Because at the end of the day, you cannot sit here and tell me that Kansas State is a more talented team than Oklahoma is.
No, I wouldn't tell you Oklahoma State was, right? Well, but y'all lost 2 games. I wouldn't tell you Kansas is more, talented than OU, but you lost, right? It's not about who's more talented. It's about who won and who lost. You know what I mean? That's basically what it's going to come down to.
And that's just life of being an Oklahoma Sooner, man. We get everybody's best shot. We're everybody's damn Super Bowl.
Yeah, because we lost to Iowa State. So that's what me and Brandon were talking about this. There's no way in the world that I want Iowa State to win Saturday against Texas. I'm going to be the biggest Texas fan in the world.
I would never do that.
You would if it meant for you getting to the Big 12 championship game. You would. Don't lie.
No, it ain't that serious to me, my guy.
What?
Not that serious.
It's really not. It's not.
Bro, we got Big 12.
If it meant for y'all, if Texas were to beat somebody and it meant y'all got to the Big 12 championship game with a chance to get to the CPF and win a national title, you wouldn't root for Texas.
Well, that's different, man.
Come on, bro. Be honest. Just be honest.
But the good thing is that scenario is not true, and I need Texas to lose. So
if it were true, you'd be rooting for Texas.
No, I don't think I would.
Yeah, you would. If it meant OU winning a national title in football, you're crazy. I would.
But that's not gonna happen. Let's just be real.
Well, yeah, we're talking a big what if, but you're telling me that if it didn't mean anything, if it meant your team winning a national championship, that Texas had to beat somebody, you wouldn't root for Texas to beat that team. I find that hard to believe.
Can we change the word? I don't want to say I'm rooting.
Cheer, root, go for, pull for.
Want them to win, maybe. Yes.
That's the same.
The smallest part of my heart would want that, yes.
That's the same damn thing, man.
It's not.
But that's the boat that everybody is in outside of Texas. Everybody needs somebody to lose at some point. That's just the way it is.
Yeah, because we went and tricked that shit off in Stillwater, man.
Now, I don't know how next year is going to be different. I like to see the SEC's rules on tiebreakers.
It's gonna be different as far as we ain't got these bullshit ass refs out here cheating us every damn game, man. We be getting cheated out here, bro. It's no games. It's hard life as a Sooners fan, bro.
So y'all think y'all just gonna roll up into the SEC and y'all gonna start getting favoritism?
I think that this season the only 2 teams that you would favor over us in the SEC is Alabama and Georgia, and you can't argue me otherwise.
LSU, maybe they won a natty about 4 years ago.
4 years ago, yes, but Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow, and Justin Jefferson ain't there no more. No, they're not. We would beat LSU. LSU ain't got no damn defense out here. 0 defense. So
they got like the number 1 offense, though.
Tell me that's a crazy take, Corey.
It's not. Like y'all, I don't know, man. I don't know.
They're not favoring LSU over Oklahoma on a neutral field right now. They're not.
I didn't say neutral. Well, you guys ain't going to Baton Rouge and beating them.
Shit. Says who? Says who?
You guys lost at Kansas, dog.
Come on, bro. Nothing, dog. Chill out, man. Chill out. We ain't about to have no Dylan Gabriel next year either, man. It's time for him to go. You hear they asked Brent Venables in the press conference about his next year. He said, well, we haven't discussed that. And I'm thinking, yeah, I know you haven't. Because we got Jackson Arnold sitting over there waiting, and that's the starter next season. No
They're
doubt
gonna
about
push
it.
Dylan Gabriel. Does he have a chance to come back? He's got another year.
Hey, he's got one more year of eligibility, I believe. It's like a medical thing because he had an injury back at UCF. I think it was either his freshman or his sophomore year, where he missed damn near the whole season. So he's got a medical red shirt left over. So
I think that's one of those ones where they pull him into the office after the season and be like, "Hey, buddy, we're good here. We're good here.
Yeah,
you can,
we appreciate everything that you've done. You've been real.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Man, but you ain't going to the SEC with us, my guy. You can go. You're gonna be sitting over there holding the play call sheet in your hand. But you ain't going to be playing.
BG back for a true competition. He wins it, or we have an elite backup.
He's not going to – he would not beat Jackson Arnold.
Yeah.
He's not. In my opinion, I think Jackson Arnold's a more talented quarterback right now. They're just not going to risk him playing. They don't want to they don't want to put him in there against this Big 12 shit. It's just something else. If JFA gets hurt – don't even say that, man. Don't even put that on him. It's bad juju, Stephen. We don't talk about that stuff. We don't bring up. We don't like bringing up injuries, my guy. We don't want. It's definitely a part of the game, but I don't like talking.
Oh man.
I just don't. So
who y'all got this week? Who's all you got this week before we get out of here?
BYU Cougars. Them grown ass men over there in Utah, Provo. Yeah.
Now remember, you told me when y'all were 6-0, and we were looking at the back half of the schedule. You said the only game that made you nervous, was this one.
Yeah.
You still feel that way? You still nervous about it?
Not as nervous as I was then, and especially not as nervous knowing that it's going to be a 10 a.m. kickoff their time. So, no, not really too worried.
No. Not at all.
I think we win by at least 3 scores. I don't think it's going to be much of a contest. I really don't. And then we got TCU at home. I got my tickets for that game. Me and my cousin are going to be going to that game. It's on Black Friday. OU's going to win out. They're going to win out. And we're going to see what happens with some other teams and see if we can possibly get in a Big 12 title game. And to me, Corey, if my Sooners win a Big 12 title this year, that's a success.
Yeah.
To me, it is. So I'll take it. But if we don't, I don't think it's a failure either. Like, say we win out and y'all win out and Texas wins out and it's y'all versus Texas. To me, that's not a failure either. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so, 10 wins in any years is unless you're Alabama or Georgia, then that's like, what are we doing?
Right. Well, we should be up there in that realm of that. Like it don't get me wrong, this shit ain't gonna be acceptable next year. And it ain't gonna be acceptable year after that and going forward. This is the last little get out of jail free. So we'll go from there, but we can't have those lapses like what we had against y'all and had against Kansas, man. That's just unacceptable. I'm tired of it.
Yeah, no doubt.
So there it is.
All right, man. You want to close this out?
Man, hey guys, as always, if you guys are watching this show and you stayed all the way to the end and you ain't subscribed, tap the subscribe button. It's real easy. Help us grow this channel. Hit the thumbs up button if you guys like the content. Always tap the notification bell so you guys can be up to date. Drop down there, hop in them comments, talk to us. Anything we said tonight that was just outlandish, anything, let us know. We want to hear from you guys. And last but not least, so share this. Twitter, Instagram, MySpace, Facebook. I said MySpace. Anybody got a MySpace nowadays? Facebook, all that stuff. Just share our content so that it can get out there. I don't care where you share it on, as long as we can get out there and more people can view us. So, as always, it's your boy B Hill. It's my guy Corey over there. Peace out, fellas.
Peace.